I wanted to believe. You were saying they were going to lose. I was talking all this stuff about us being just as good, us going through, us matching up nice. This is the year. This is the game. And then we got our asses beat.
It's good to be a dreamer, man. I was gonna put on my Dutch jersey just to rub it in, but
That was painful. That was
like I said,
painful to watch.
the guys weren't ready, man. You saw them turn it off against better teams. Like they were so hyped for that England game that they were locked in. Somehow, I think they started believing the hype and didn't realize they were playing against a really good team.
In hindsight, we talked early in the tournament. We mentioned it, how my man Des was great at leaving his position, how the defensive midfielders had to be covering for him. And you saw that a lot during the game. That was like a lot of people out of defensive position when the Dutch were in transition and moving into attack. You saw people trying to hurry back to cover spaces, and I don't know, they paid the price for that.
Like
I'm disappointed in the coach. I'm so disappointed in the coach. I feel like he managed the game how I would have managed a fan. Like I'm saying, like I was saying like, oh man, we have a great team. We can match with their players, and I feel like that's what he did. And he just went forward. You remember before the round of 16 started, I said, here's where a lot of these games become not memorable in the way that they're played, how they're boring, how teams sit back and they just kind of like wait for someone to make a mistake. But we didn't do that. We did the naive thing. We went forward. We pushed forward, and our guys were moving forward. And I feel like Van Gaal loved that. The coach for the Dutch, he was just like, "Oh, this is great. This is what you guys want to do. Yeah, let's do it." And then he killed us on the counter once, twice, 3 times. It was so stupid.
The Dutch, not only did they counter, they didn't make the mistake of let me just cross the ball in the air.
Yeah.
They did a simple thing: dribble to the touch line, kick it across.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the setting up a shot. It's almost like an alley-oop. Like put it across, you have the entire goal to shoot at. The US tried that a couple of times, if you recall, and they kicked it behind the running players. Now, I'm not going to say that Pulisic overpassed the ball or passed it behind them. I'm going to say they didn't time their runs right.
Our guys were not very good at crossing. Our guys are not very good at that. Like Robinson, the whole tournament couldn't get a cross into anyone's head.
Why are we kicking? We got a shitload of corners. Why are we taking corners to 6'5" Van Dijk?
Yeah.
Why are we just crossing the ball knowing we're not going to get it? Their goalkeeper is 6'8". He's going to come out and get every single thing. And they tried it every single corner they did. It was such a wasted opportunity, man.
I asked you this in text. I'll ask you now. What are your thoughts? Do you think that had we had a coach that is used to knockout tournament play, because this is a different type of game you manage. This is knockout tournament play. Do you think if we would have had someone experienced in that, this game would have been a lot closer? Go ahead.
A better coach would have picked a better lineup. A better coach would have analyzed what he's playing against his Dutch players and go, all right, maybe I don't need to rush at them. Maybe we'll slowly build into the game and pick our opportunities instead of running like chickens with their heads cut off.
You saw that we were in their field most of the first half. What are you doing?
We had majority possession. It's sad.
I'm okay with the possession if like we're holding it in our field and we're not throwing everyone up front.
But we weren't.
But it was so weird. Even Des was becoming an interior at times. Did you see that? Not even a winger. Like he would go up and then go inside, and then it's like, my God, who is back in your position?
In the early days of Berhalter coaching the U.S. team, he had Tyler Adams playing. He would use a double pivot. So he would use 4 defenders and he would have Dest or Reggie Cannon or whoever he had at right back would overlap and go join the attack. And then Tyler Adams' job was to not join the attack, was to just fall back into place and kind of cover what was happening there. But that went out the window. It was hard to watch, man. Like the moment Pulisic missed that goal, it's like,
Yeah, that was a bad omen. It's like you
don't miss that, man.
You-
You don't miss that. Jose would have scored that. You just don't miss that.
You know what? It's not that he put it on goal. It's that he's usually the calm guy, and he had time. He could have controlled, and he had time. He could have done more with that.
Now, this is what I go about world-class players. Like he's a great player. He's just not world-class.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know, guys like the real Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo. He got that ball. He would have probably faked the shot, make the keeper go down, and then pick a spot, put the goal
Marlon,
in.
you see you see what you're saying, Ronaldo. You just watch France, Argentina, and England. I don't remember the English game because I watched parts of it, but both France, Argentina, our main guy, Pulisic, Messi, a shot from the box to the post and goal, to the corner and goal. This guy Mbappe, not the last goal he scored, because I don't know if that was a great goal, but
that was
one of those shots to the corner and goal, right? Like guys that can pick the corner. You gotta have that quality guy that puts the goal in the corner in the net. And like the US didn't have a guy like that. We didn't have a guy who is like, oh, if we're gonna get 2 shots a game, this is the guy that puts it away. We don't have that.
He chose to start Jesus Ferreira, who hasn't played. I like the kid.
He looked awful.
He was terrible.
He looked awful.
And then Haji Wright came in, wasn't any better. I said it a million times. Move Weah to the middle. Put Gio Reyna in, and let's see what we can do. Put our best players out there. Put our best players against them, and let's see what happens. It's a knockout game.
Van Gaal looked like such a mastermind.
He is a mastermind.
In the face of this other coach that we had, because it's like he saw that. He pretty much said, like, you guys are not good enough to do tiki-taka, small, short passes fast. I'm going to sit back here, and that's what you need to do to beat me. And you're going to try to do that, and you're going to lose the ball, not get enough chances, and I'm going to kill you on a counter. And that's exactly what happened. And our coach couldn't adjust to that. That pissed me off. Like, you press for 5-10 minutes, you don't get the goal, and you sit back. But he kept trying, and it was so dumb.
It was dumb. You got to remember something about Van Gaal, though. You know how the one thing people like to talk about Mourinho is that he parks the bus?
Yeah.
Who do you think Mourinho learned to coach from?
Van Gaal, yeah, from his school. That's right.
He's from the Van Gaal school. He learned from him as an assistant at Barcelona.
He's so boring, Van Gaal, but that type of soccer wins championships.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wins championship. You can't go out there running like baby eagles, just trying to scream at everything.
That's what I meant when I said that these games become less memorable. Are they high drama? Can they be high drama? Yes, if you're close in the end, you can get dramatic, but they don't go all out of offense. You know what I mean? That's not what you do.
Exactly. We got exposed so early.
Yeah. I still feel listen, now I'm going to be naive and I'm going to be a fan. I still feel that with the right strategy, we could have made this a game for a long period of time, and then things break our way or they don't. But it didn't have to be 3-1 though. Finish this on a good note, Marlon. Tell me here's Jose. Before we start with Jose, tell me that this is going to be better in 2026.
It's going to be incredible in 2026 when we have a striker. We're going to find one. This is the United States. There's 300 million people. There's got to be a striker somewhere. Even if he's a 16-year-old right now, there's got to be a striker.
I have a question for you. Is the striker the guy that just joined our call?
Yes.
There is no way in hell I would trust this guy to kick a
Yo,
ball at goal,
First of all,
even if there was
let me
no
tell you something.
goalkeeper in the goal.
Jose,
you
I'm
guys
sorry.
know- if you
Jose,
guys know-
finally, wait, before you say anything, I want to say thank you for finally looking like a decent human. I appreciate you
I
putting
feel
some
healthy.
effort this time.
I feel healthy. I got a
I
haircut
like it.
too.
I like it. It's good to see you healthy. All
Doesn't
right, go
look
ahead.
homeless. He has a haircut.
Those of you that are soccer scholars know strikers are hard to find anywhere. And I think the only striker USA kind of had was Josie Altidore.
That's true.
No. We had Brian McBride.
Brian McBride, okay, before Altidore, but
McBride.
yeah, but he's right. He is right. And Altidore wasn't a superstar, but he was a legit number 9, and that was good enough.
He was
Yeah.
a big man, could hold up the ball,
Yeah.
get a little
Yeah.
bit of skill to him.
Like a poor version of Giroud.
Nah. Like
You
a
think he's
poor
better than
version of
Giroud?
He's like a poor version of Lukaku. How about that?
There you go.
I would beg for USA, Australia, Japan, Korea as my
You
first
only
game.
said USA because you want to make it personal with me. I'm not going to get dragged into this.
Come on, man. Are you kidding me? You're going to compare Switzerland to USA? Switzerland's a tougher
USA
team.
plays Switzerland. I think it's an even game.
Switzerland would
50-50.
never give up the middle of the box 3 times in one game.
That was the coach.
That was the coach.
That wasn't him. The coach
That
had
was
him
the-
playing
No,
up
that was-
front.
that
They were
was the-
trekking back.
That was that scrub from Leeds that everyone hyped them up in USA that couldn't trot back and fucking get that guy right in the middle of the box.
This is why people are gonna make comments on this and say this guy has no idea anything about football.
What are you talking about? I saw it. He didn't run back.
You said
That's
the
exactly.
scrub from
Why
Leeds.
were they up,
The
Jose?
scrub
That
from
was,
Leeds.
Why
that's my
were
whole
they
argument.
exactly? Why were they playing so high up?
Why
Jose?
was the back line playing at
They
the
were
half?
attacking. They
I'm
were
sorry.
attacking,
Hold
but they-
on. Why was the U.S. attacking like it was Brazil playing Bolivia? Why were they all the way up, exposing themselves against a superpower to the counterattack, which is exactly what ended up happening? Why?
Well,
Why in all 3 goals? You're
That's
all
what
the way up
Netherlands
there?
wanted to do. They wanted a counter, and they let them attack. If you got a midfielder from Leeds, right, as your star player, and the other teams have guys from Tottenham, Manchester, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and we're talking about Leeds. We're talking about Leeds. Are you serious right now?
You sound like Iverson.
Like, we have one legit player, Pulisic, and then it's like we just have all these like almost MLS players.
Stop! You can't say that.
Wow.
Stop.
You
All right,
are
I'll
that-
give
you
you
can't
McKenna.
say that.
I'll give you
To
McKenna.
go
He-
from to
McKenna is legit, but let's get real, man. USA is nowhere near where they need to be, and it's
You
almost
are
like the same team.
flagrantly disrespectful. The only
They're
thing this team was
almost the
missing.
same team that they were back in '98.
That's
They're
not,
not much
true.
better.
What are you?
That is
talking
not
about?
true. The only thing this team was missing was a forward
Nah, they're missing
And
a
a
lot
better
more than that.
coach.
and a better coach, obviously.
And a better coach. But you can't write off Dest. Dest is a great player.
Oh, I like Dest. I mean, I thought he
Anthony,
was
the
good.
left back, Anthony Robinson played really well.
They say he was playing on one ankle. I don't know if that's true. If it impacted,
Who?
Robinson.
But did USA create chances?
Yeah,
They
they did.
scored- what do you mean? Pulisic missed a goal in the second minute. They scored another goal.
That-
Yeah, but they were
the-
down
the-
like 2-1.
the goal
they
they
were
scored
down
was a
2-1.
fluke.
They made it a game, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh, by
Yeah,
the way,
bro,
all
there's
three
a
goals
reason
US
why
scored-
Vegas gave USA 3.5 to 1. You had to if you bet USA, you would get 3.5 on your money.
I don't understand gambling.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
Like this.
Don't let's not get
It-
off track. I get it. I get it. You're bearish on the United States. You think that they got what they deserved.
No, I think you guys are a little brainwashed by the American media, just like the English media brainwashes.
No.
Did you watch the
greatest team
previous
I'm
ever.
video?
saying my thoughts. These are my thoughts. I'm not. This is not stuff I've heard outside. If anything, when I heard them speaking, I'm like, oh, I agree with a lot of the stuff they're saying. I thought the U.S. play that with a decent coach, and they play that game 10 times, and they advance 3 or 4. That's what I think.
Nah, that's generous. I don't think they advanced 3 or 4, maybe 2.